sorry, I had to get it just right. How are you guys doing? I'm about to go bring these puppies in real quick before as people start coming on, so there's no distractions. So give me, oops, I just dropped something. I just dropped a crystal. Hold on 1 second. Come on, puppy. Okay. So, what kind of reading are we going to do today? Oh, that's right. I put it on the little header. We're going to see what is on the horizon coming in for the collective, okay? I thought that would be pretty cool to do. So, let's get prepared for that, of course. I hope everyone's day's been going smoothly. Mine has so far, for the most part. Man, it seems a little foggy or something. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, so let's see. What is on the horizon for the general collective? What is coming in that they need to know about? Should be interesting. What is coming in for the collective that they should be aware about? Please block any interference. All right, let's see. What is just on the horizon for the collective? What is just on the horizon for the collective? We have fixed, which is someone taking action and building momentum and being very dedicated to what they're doing. Okay, so I see someone may find that they're going through a difficult time right now, or may feel a little stuck in some sort of sense, but I see you on the horizon building some sort of forward momentum. Okay, so let's see what else we have. What else do we have on the horizon for the collective? What do they need to know that's coming? Okay, we have Gemini. Okay, so this is multifaceted, balanced, and curious. Okay, so I'm getting that you're, once you have passed whatever hurdles that you may have find yourself in, I find you being not only action oriented, but really into just all different kinds of it could be different modalities, it could just be all different kinds of things in life, that hobbies that you could find interest in, or different kinds of passions that you may have. I find that there's going to be some sort of balance within your forward momentum that is going to help your curiosity turn into creativity, something that you will create. Yeah, something that is tactile, something that is grounded, something that is stable. So and this is Taurus energy. I'm getting that on the horizon, you are gonna have some sort of forward momentum, a bunch of energy to where you're able to tackle a multitude of things in a balanced state, and it's all towards finding something more grounded and stable and tactical, or tactile, I'm sorry. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's see, what else do we have for the collective? What's on the horizon for the rest of the collective? Okay, we have retrograde, we have reversal, declaration, distance. Okay, I feel like this can go two different ways. On the horizon for some of the collective, if there was any kind of spell work that, or evil eye, or any kind of nonsense that was sent your way, I see it being reversed. If you get what I mean. See reversal? Okay, and in another sense, I'm getting for retrograde that on the horizon, you may be finding yourself in a different location now. And this could be some distance where you are now. Yeah, closing a cycle to something. So retrograde in the 8th house, which is Scorpio, this is metamorphosis. This is death, rebirth. Okay, so I see somebody in the collective on the horizon. They will be experiencing either spell work being returned to sender, or I see them going the distance when it comes to some sort of transformation that's going on in their life. And in this energy, I see no hesitation. I see no procrastination. So somebody is going to be driven to the max, okay? Hey guys, hey Divine, how you doing, my love? Okay, what's going on? Tell me some more things that are on the horizon for the collective. Ooh, we have the 5th house, which is in Leo. This talks about having fun, hobbies, creativity. Okay. So if you may, I mean, this is 5th house, it doesn't mean, well, I mean, if you are a Leo and you find yourself in some sort of completing a cycle, I feel like on the horizon, you are going to find yourself experiencing so much fun. And not only that, you're going to have yourself in all different kind of hobbies, or different kind of endeavors. And I really see your creativity being, you know, at its peak. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's see. Okay, tell me more about what is on the horizon for the collective with this 5th house. What is on the horizon for the collective with this 5th house? We have Eros, which is eroticism, desire, sex. Okay, so, and coming in hot with the Leo energy with the 5th house, it looks like somebody's going to be sparking like new ideas. If this is an existing relationship, I'm seeing that you guys are going to start incorporating new ideas in the bedroom, possibly going to bounds and links that y'all have yet, you know, gone to. It's getting kind of warm and I'm outside and it's chilly, so But this is all about having fun and finding different hobbies and seeing and experiencing new desires and expressing that part of you, that I don't want to say dark side of you, but that side of you that has like a little dark hint to it, to where you just kind of, if you're let loose, you're just gonna be wild and out, you know? So that's the kind of energy that I'm getting there. Okay, what is another what else is on the horizon for the collective at this time that somebody else can relate to? What else is on the horizon? Whoa, we have Dark Moon Lilith, which is power, a vengeance, activism, okay. I just want to see what's on the bottom of the deck. Okay, and I'm gonna take that card. So we have, I don't know how it's pronounced, it's called like quincunx or something like that. So we have Black Moon Lilith, Moon Void, of course, and then we have the quincunx. Okay, so what I'm seeing that's going to be happening on the horizon for someone in the collective is that with you withdrawing your energy from something that may feel unbalanced is gonna put you in a place of like vengeance, but vengeance of like good nature, of like power over yourself, if that makes any sense. So you will be reaping some sort of reward, some sort of celebration, and if this is if this does happen for you, okay, where you have to where you end up withdrawing from some person or some situation that has caused you a lot of dissonance and discord in your life, and you were even still receptive but still possibly disconnected at the same time, I feel like, you know, with this retrograde, like the reversal, like magic, like if anybody's sending you magic, it will be returned to sender. I'm getting that this is going to put you in a place of power. Like Lilith, she's strong, okay? She's also someone who's very cunning, someone who can see through illusions and kind of, you know, she know what's to be expected on the dark side, so, and what's on the light as well. So let me rehash this. This is, if someone had to withdraw their energy from some person or some situation due to just the maybe imbalance within the connection, possibly the it just not being right, or somebody needs an attitude adjustment or something, I see you withdrawing from that. And because you did, and you did it in such a quiet and subtle way, you have initiated this Black Moon Lilith power within you. It even says activism, which makes me think of like initiated, you know? Now, I wouldn't call that a full initiation, but I'm just saying it's recognition from higher forces. Okay, so expanding, making contact with higher forces. We have possibly spell work being returned to sender due to you having some sort of transformation during this Scorpio time. We have the 8th house here. Another situation may be that someone on the horizon is going to find that it is easier for them to take action, and with that they're going to build forward momentum, and on the horizon they're going to find that they're going to be able to be very invested in multitude of things and still have balance and thirst for more. Okay, that's what I'm getting with the Gemini energy. And with Taurus, I get that on the horizon, while you're moving forwardly towards whatever piques your interest, I guess, you're doing it in a very tactile and grounded state. An energy of being very stable with Taurus energy. Okay, now with the 5th house in Eros, what I see coming in for the collective, what's coming up on the horizon for the collective, this is someone, okay, this could possibly resonate with the Leo, if not, maybe a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or just anybody. But we have the 5th house, which is in Leo, that represents fun, hobbies, and creativity. Then we have Eros, which is eroticism, desire, and sex. So I'm getting that something that's going to be coming upon the horizon for someone in the collective is that they're going to be experiencing a lot of new changes in the bedroom. So I'm sure you can imagine. But there's going to be a lot of desire, a lot of craving for your partner. I'm even getting with hobbies and creativity. I'm getting like, you know, things may, I don't know. Look, let your mind wander, okay? Hey guys, how you doing? All right, let's see. What's another energy? What else is somebody in the collective? What's on the horizon for somebody else in the collective? Or what else is on the horizon for those in the collective that they don't see coming? We have Saturn. So I see somebody finding themselves once they're over the horizon. I'm sensing that somebody is going to find themselves more disciplined, and they're going to have more boundaries in place for themselves. So therefore, when it comes to obstacles that come their way, it is something that's not going to be very difficult, or something that's not going to throw your emotions all out of whack, because this is something that you've been training for, right? Saturn. Okay. Now, I just wanted to kind of do this reading because with Scorpio season, I know that everybody can digest it differently, and for others it can be kind of hard, like a little bit turbulent, and I almost messed up everything. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so okay, so I see someone in the collective on the horizon is going to find themselves being able to be very disciplined and action oriented, taking things very, very serious when it comes to protecting themselves so that there's no accidents that could happen due to lack of boundaries, due to things or people coming too close. And this is going to also better help equip you to pass through obstacles. I don't want to say with complete ease, but with flow, okay? Okay, tell me more about this Saturn energy. What's on the horizon for the collective with this Saturn energy? Yeah, we have Ascendant. Okay, Ascendant is appearance, first impression, a mask. Okay, I feel like, let me get another one for that. 10th house, Capricorn, career, public life, reputation. Okay, so this may correlate just because, you know, I'm doing this on social media. This may have something to do with social media, but if not, this has something to do, 10th house is Capricorn. This is all about your career, your public life, your public image, your reputation, okay? And with Ascendant, okay, representing appearances, first impression, okay, and mask, and then Saturn being discipline, obstacles, and boundaries, I feel like for some of you who may have had a rough start in some sort of career dynamic or serving others in the public light, where one can have a reputation built. This is giving me that there were people who went off your first impression. There were people who went off your appearance, the way you looked, okay? And I see on the horizon, you're going to be more disciplined with who you allow in your energy, okay? I mean, each one has a circle around it, but that, I mean, for me, it just stood out. Energy, you're gonna have more discipline about who you allow within your energy, and you're gonna have boundaries in place where they probably should have been to eliminate trouble, but those are those lessons that we have to go through, and it's only divine timing as of when we learn those lessons, and they do not have to be repeated, okay? So I feel like that is on the horizon for somebody else, okay? Give me another, something else that is on the horizon for the collective at this time that they may be able to resonate with. Okay, so we have Chiron. This is core wounds, vulnerability, potential through pain. Tell me more about the collective and what do they have on the horizon with Chiron. We have a mum coli, which is nadir, origins, and inner child. It looks like through this Scorpio season, okay, of transformation, of rebirth, of new beginnings, okay, Chiron is all about child wounds, being vulnerable, potential through pain, okay? And this card represents inner child. So it looks like somebody is on the horizon is gonna find that they see the potential. They see the potential of having to go through a dark night of the soul, I guess you would say, because this is going deep, being vulnerable, touching on those core wounds that trigger us, that make us want to act out in certain ways that we turn around and we're like, wait, where did that come from? That's where this is stemming from, is inner child wounds. And you see with Chiron, you see the potential through the pain of working through these inner core wounds, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, because it's going to put you in a better place on the other side, on the other end of the horizon. So somebody's working very, very hard on mending inner child wounds, things that hold them back from being vulnerable, fear of pain. Okay, if you can resonate with any of those, I see you on the horizon having had work through that through this Scorpio season. And so now on the horizon, you will not be experiencing that. You will be experiencing, you know, instead of lacking vulnerability, you could be vulnerable. Instead of it almost changes your perception in a sense, because once you go from having fear of pain, of going through the pain, and then you go to a state of not fearing going through the pain, that's a total perception change, if you get what I'm saying. So I see on the horizon for somebody in the collective, their perception and the way that they regulate their core wounds and how they address them is going to change for sure. Okay, so let's pull out some tarot and see what the tarot have to say. Hey guys. Oh, they got so many different kinds of people in here I haven't seen before. Welcome, welcome. All right. So we're gonna see what's going on. What is on the other side of the horizon when it comes to the collective after this kind of bumpy season, bumpy time. My hands aren't big enough. All right. What's on the horizon for the general? What's on the horizon for the general collective? Who's blocking it? Deliver clear and concise messages. What is on the horizon for the collective? Alright, this should be interesting. I've never done a reading like this. Okay. What should the collective expect on the horizon? What is just around the horizon for the collective? What is just over the horizon for the collective? Okay, we have the Five of Cups, which is in reverse, okay, and in upright it represents like grief, depression, but in reverse it talks about moving forward, moving on, accepting help. Now we have the Fool in the upright, so I see someone in the collective over the horizon is going to feel a sense of liberation and as if they have been kind of like isolated for a long time, if that makes any sense. Not going out, not venturing out, not leaving the house, not doing things like that. Over the horizon for some of the collective, I see a lot of you guys moving forward, moving on, accepting help from others, healing things within yourself and forgiving others, and rejoining the world ultimately once again. And with the Fool here, I see that you are all for it for this new beginning. Yeah, you are on the horizon. I see that you are accepting new adventures. You're accepting freedom, travel, foolishness even. I picked up on that energy. You are actually embracing your childlike self, your youth spontaneity. Yeah, I see you embarking on some sort of new beginning because you are, there we go again with that forward momentum. You're moving forward.